Warning, Caffeinated Conquest features adult nerds using adult language. Seriously, don't say we didn't warn you.
She takes you to a van parked outside the church and takes the umbrella from the man so she can slide open the side panel, revealing a shivering, emaciated mortal with wild eyes, among several others, who just so happens to be Kenny, the youngest brother of you two. He displays no recognition of you and just chatters his teeth while whining softly. And I need you both to make checks against frenzy.
Is that composure?
Yes, you're going to roll composure, and you just need to roll underneath your humanity.
Is that how many we have currently, or total?
Total humanity.
No, I meant composure, because I lost one composure.
You roll current composure.
Okay.
Oh no.
And I have to roll the number under my humanity, so under 6?
You have 6 humanity?
Yes.
Yes, you're looking for 5 or below, and you can use willpower to re-roll this if you want. How'd you do?
I got a 9.
You going to frenzy?
Who thinks I should frenzy? Who thinks I should reroll? Frenzy? Reroll?
As you're like struggling with
Frenzy.
As you're struggling with the beast, she says, I found this little stray last time I passed through Chicago. Ironic that the type of vessel most sought after in Gary from Gary. Way back when. No, I won't tell you what your blood can do for you if you drink it. You won't be able to tell if you just take a bite. You'll have to pay extra for the catalog I wrote up, and Modius made that payment, not you. So, what are you going to do? Reroll or frenzy?
Frenzy. Fuck it.
Okay. Anybody attempt to restrain him?
I'm gonna hold him back.
Okay.
I assumed I was
Are you
walking through my flock, just kind of like
Hello,
crazy
hello.
people.
Oh, what the hell?
The children.
I picture you like when you every time you see flying, it's like picture like feeling like little doves like with the little red pieces of bread.
Pick up red pieces.
I just rubbing.
What is your wits brawl?
My wits brawl is 8.
What is your... I'm going to ask for your wits brawl as well.
My wits brawl, that would be 3, 4, 5.
5. Alright, you're actually going to be first up in initiative. So he's going to just bare fangs and lunge at Bronwyn. Or, I guess you...
Cross counter!
As an alternative, well, you wanted a frenzy anyway. You could spend composure to hold it back, I think.
No, it's okay.
Can I just punch him? I can't knock his air out.
You can.
And you can't rattle his brain.
Huh?
Can't rattle his brain.
Your options are probably beat him into torpor or restrain him with strength brawl.
I'll do that.
Choke him out.
Yeah, Prudence. I did it.
You can sink your own brother.
Alright,
But you know, he wasn't talking about Zion. He was talking about Kenny.
Oh, poor Kenny. Alright.
Kitty's dead again.
I'm gonna grab him with a fuck ton of successes.
What'd you do?
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
You want me to roll anything?
6 successes.
You will in a second because you're frenzied and you're under my control.
Okay.
So you're going to roll a strength roll to try and break out.
I have no hunger dice. Strength.
Oh wait, this Prudence adds, right?
Automatic successes.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's impossible for me to beat.
Okay, then I'm going to say you try and fail. You see the man sort of step in front of her. She's taken aback for a moment and says, fuck. I assure you, I represent a network that will never again visit Gary if I die here.
I'll say, Please understand. Did you say there was multiple? Or just Kenny?
There are multiple.
Yeah.
In the salesman's van are some bums and veterans known to Padre and Lynch.
One of them is our brother.
Really? Which one?
We'll point to Kenny.
Ah. Well, then I suppose it's a fortunate thing you're here to purchase him, then.
What a bitch.
Is he still like... "Rawr, rawr"?
Kenny?
No.
I'm going to give you another frenzy roll to see if you snap out. Because I don't actually know how that works in this edition.
That's a 4.
4. I'm going to say you sort of like come back to yourself, but you're still... The beast is still beating war drums through your whole body.
Like, take it. Take the damn cash and hand him over.
Whoa. How's this gonna help us?
He wants all these people, right? I don't think he's gonna need all of them. Must be worth something.
Can I use a streetwise check to try to figure out if we're being played here?
I mean, we're very clearly being played. We have to buy our own brother.
As
But I want to know if this is like being orchestrated intentionally.
familial relations aside, this does seem to be entirely up and up. This is a huge coincidence that he's related. Now, as a vampire, you do know that some blood has certain effects, like when he drained the guy and got the athletics. It's entirely possible that Kenny's blood might have some sort of potent effect that you don't know about.
No, I was just thinking something funny would have happened if other things happened.
I would like you guys to try and roll your composure underneath your humanity as well, because there are people there that you know as well.
You can't hold this all Xavier.
You're good. What's your
That's
humanity?
true, but like, see,
So
I only
you're
need
fine.
to care about him. If you guys kill her and the Camarilla never comes back,
Yeah. Then Mobius has no power. Oh, I guess.
What's your humanity?
Six.
You're fine. 7. He's at 7. So yeah.
Yeah.
The one success is enough, but there's veterans who you might have served with.
they couldn't run because they didn't have legs.
These are also my children.
Yeah.
You must purchase them now.
I love purchasing children. I don't know if
This is Modius' idea of a fucking joke.
It doesn't matter. We need to buy these people.
And just piss the fucking money down the drain.
You telling me you wouldn't buy back your own goddamn daughter?
Whoever told you I had a daughter?
Daughter, son, mother.
We just assume. Were we incorrect in assuming?
These curs should hang. The state of people is deplorable. I don't remember mentioning that.
You said.
You said normies.
Yeah.
I assume children.
Let's see.
Mistakenly. I'm throwing the money at her, unless somebody's trying to physically stop me.
No.
All right, you toss it at her feet. She will
You got-
escort Kenny off, who's just like shivering, staring into the middle distance and just sort of babbling unintelligibly to himself. Doesn't seem to react to seeing you guys at all. A pleasure doing business. Any of the other merchandise you'd be interested in?
What else is selling?
The van is open now.
What else is there?
Is it 20 grand for one person?
Is 20 grand for him.
What?
So the rest are in there?
Yeah.
I might kill this bitch.
Kill the bitch.
I mean, do what you're gonna do.
Are you gonna be like, thank you, Modius, for buying my brother. You're so kind. I don't need the favor. This was enough.
You won't get any more favor from Camarilla?
This is your boss.
This Camarilla sucks.
As we learned at Gen Con, the Camarilla just kind of sucks in general.
Yeah.
I don't like 5th edition Camarilla. Hashtag not my Camarilla.
I walk over to Lynch. My brothers in arms are in there. They're fucking selling them like dogs.
Let's go take her out, man. I'm a wait. I'm a.
Now, to be fair, dogs get fed.
As in, this is worse than dogs.
Straight off.
Straight up.
Let's do what we're gonna fucking do.
How many hobos are around us?
Let's say there's 6 in the building as was specified.
6 hobos in the building or near us?
I'm just going to say 6 is all you can see because it's still actively raining right now.
Alright.
Do it. Galvanize the proletariat. Unleash your inner Vladimir Lenin.
Militarize the hobos. You know, that's pretty epic. Murphy Fiero might have destroyed a lot of shit, but he never convinced a hobo army to rise up.
To be fair, Murphy Fiero might have caused the hobo army.
He single-handedly destroyed the Rust Belt economy.
I look to my flock and I begin a speech.
Well, yeah, he kept breaking their fucking merchandise.
So you're going to walk away from this?
Because
Bronwyn is looking to get back on the road, so if nobody shows...
I'm going to tell Lynch to entertain her or just kind of distract her while I go talk with my people.
I'll interject. Hold on, Bronwyn. How do we even know your merchandise is good?
Oh, why don't you ask your prince? He seems interested enough. If that's not enough to vouch for me, I don't know what else I can do for you.
Our prince is an asshole.
I'm gonna look at Zion and say, we got Kenny back. I don't think Mobius is gonna look to just hand him to us.
He's in our hand, isn't he?
Zion, we can't go back.
So you're just saying that Modius is supposed to be trustworthy? Would you trust him?
He seems to have paid me fair and square. That's all I care about.
Damn this thing.
I'm just biding time at this point.
Okay, so you're gonna go and galvanize the street
proletariat?
people? Yeah. All right, charisma.
They
Charisma leadership. Every success you get is a hobo willing to fight.
Willpower, willpower, willpower. All the hobos.
Hang on. What is your leadership?
That's 4, and then charisma's 5.
Holy shit!
I'll give you an extra die because I feel like your character would have a specialization.
My children, band together.
That woman has drugs. Go find it on her person.
I definitely spend a willpower.
Do it, Bob. Do it.
There is an evil among us who wishes to take our brothers.
Man, I'm really hoping you get 2 10s.
I got that, and that got knocked into that, which was a success.
So close to having 2 10s.
5.
5.
That's 5 hobos, and one guy's just like, fuck you.
We'll say the 6th one's like a small child just trying to keep warm. The other 5, we're with you, Padre! We're doing God's work!
Oh no.
Crusade! Crusade!
Do they have true
The
faith?
Lord's angels are behind you. Destroy this woman and her evilness.
God wants us to destroy!
Just like the first crusade.
We're about to get Old Testament.
So, it doesn't actually...
Ferguson, part 2.
I was gonna say, it doesn't actually tell me how to do initiative for NPCs. So I'll just take his...
That means Brownway can't get into initiative.
No. She has a full stat block. I'm talking about these fuckers over here. So...
The homeless people?
Oh, no. Them too. Okay. So, let's have... Padre, Zion, Malort, 1 round.
So
Or are you just gonna...
And
I'm thinking, I'm like, if you
PVT.
like, I'm fine with just leaving with you and Kenny, but like,
But there's also money now. And if they're gonna kill her, then we gotta keep the money anyway.
We can take the money and Kenny and go.
In the van.
Fucking handsome.
I'm debating it.
You take it in the van.
Wherever
Like I can sock the dude out, potentially. Potentially.
Padre,
Yes.
what is your first combat action going to be?
I'm not a firearms kind of guy.
I'm just gonna go wild Nosferatu on her.
Pretty much.
So you're gonna use Wits Brawl?
Yep.
What is that?
That would be a 4.
Wits Brawl for Padre is 4. Zion, why are you gonna handle this?
He's probably gonna see the people rushing, and he's gonna be like, "Man, fuck these people," and shoot her.
Okay. Wits firearm?
My wits firearm?
Mm-hmm.
3 wits, 3 firearms, so 6 total. As
6.
my gun backfires.
Alright, Malort.
Do you have guns?
She's an ex-cop. She has to have a gun.
That's stereotyping.
You have a shotgun under your cloak?
Oh, I'm stereotyping. Really? I just want to know where we draw the line as a group.
Well, I mean, he had a daughter with a teenage pregnancy. So really, who's stereotyping here?
Tom, for the love of God, that initiative.
Wasn't. Oh yeah, it was.
I'm assuming if you have...
Barely. What now?
I was gonna say, I'm assuming if you have firearms, you have a gun on you.
I do have firearms. I have pretty decent firearms. I'm gonna take steps back, but I'm gonna pull out my minigun.
Yeah, no.
He brought his yak. It's fine.
Okay, no, that needs context. So I was playing a game of Call of Cthulhu, and one of the characters was a Russian spy, and we made a joke that she had yaks following her around. Oh, I have 2 yak. I'm very rich in my country. So, oh God, we have Russians that watch us. I shouldn't for real. Anyway,
Russians, tell us how much a yak is. Go on.
so I didn't want to fuck with money because we were just doing a one shot. So I said, okay, do you have a weapon? Yes. Pick a weapon. If it makes sense for you to have it, you can have it. I wasn't going to worry about the cost. I don't know if she didn't understand what I said or she was deliberately trying to game the system, so she picked a Gatling gun and mounted it to the back of her yak. So they would come across the first Mythos horror, which is just this tiny little Migo that has this fucking alien freeze pea shooter, goes first initiative and just goes, and rips the fucking thing to shreds.
Didn't she kill one of our own on that?
Yeah, oh, that was a different one.
Well, first of all, a Gatling gun is one of these. A minigun's though.
No minigun. Anyway, what are you gonna do?
And unholster my. I'm assuming I have probably a Beretta.
Okay, so you're gonna use your firearms?
Pull out my Beretta.
It's standard issue for police force.
As well as R. Kelly.
Except in that video, that was actually a 45.
Initiative, please. I beg you. 4? Okay.
Yeah.
R. Kelly just doesn't.
How you doing?
guns. 8.
8. Also, I'm gonna use Wits firearms.
Which firearms?
Then I also have That's what that was.
Oh, I'm sorry, 5.
What's that called? So,
Oh, I definitely missed an awesome opportunity
but I'm also using my
Do what?
discipline.
to get all of these guys to pick up the dilapidated pieces of wood and go
Oh, yeah,
stab
that's
that
like
bitch.
increase my initiative. The first one of celerity.
Okay.
Do you have the same thing with homeless
Tell you what,
people
roll
that
it and I'll
have
just let
humans?
it. I'll let it fly. It's
But,
fine.
Oh yeah, the first thing of celerity. Shit.
Roll it. Let's roll
Yeah.
celerity.
Do you want to roll it too?
Yeah,
You just roll one d10.
I did it.
I have
Did it?
like a lot of homeless
Okay.
people that are.
So now your
my
initiatives are
congregation,
fucking
all
16.
over the Gary.
So it works like a Shadowrun initiative, right?
I unfortunately do not play Shadowrun. I don't know what you
It's whatever your initiative is. Everybody does stuff, and then mine is 10. And then if you can still do stuff, you do the stuff.
That's dumb.
You
So-
get 6 extra things.
I can potentially, my character have potentially 26 on initiative, which is fairly high.
3 things.
3 things before someone else can get like another thing.
Actions can you take? I think that's why I like to raider.
All right, you're up first.
Same plan I was got. I'm gonna punch the dude that was with her.
Okay, you're gonna punch the dude. So,
Uppercutting it.
Potence.
I did the thing.
are you gonna activate your potence?
Yeah.
All right.
That one, and do I have to roll another die for potence 3?
Do you have to roll another die for potence 3? Yes.
I did that one too.
Okay, so you ignore armor.
Right. Uppercut.
You see the guy sort of like pull a knife and attempt to try and defend her.
Katana.
He studied the blade?
Fuck.
While you were honing your body for glory and
How did you do?
I will tell you right now.
He studied the blade.
Now that the humans have a
You don't re-roll. You don't re-roll damage.
I haven't even rolled.
Oh, well then fuck. Okay, then reduce whatever you get by 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So you basically punch this guy into incapacitated. He stumbles. So wait, you got 11 total?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 9. I have 2 ag currently. And this guy's going to take a critical injury. So it's going to be a 3 plus his 2 ag is 5. Knocked out!
Just haymaker him.
I like to imagine that you punched him, like he had his.
I really am Rosie. No, wait. Rosie got knocked the fuck out.
Like you pulled his knife out and you like clocked him in the fucking like temple, and he falls and his knife is still kind of in the air.
You'll be Ronda Rousey if the other girl turns around and just kicks you in the head. And
Oh my god! Well, Private Lynch is up next.
Yep. I'm gonna shoot the girl.
Shoot the leprechaun.
Like, what my lucky charm, bitches?
Adam. Wow.
Do we have Irish fans? Is that in our demographics?
I mean, probably. I don't fucking know.
Statistically
Well,
To all of our Irish fans,
watch
I'm sorry about the famine.
If it makes you feel better, we have a huge green screen.
We're 25 away from 100 subs in 1 month.
We actually, according to our, what do you call them?
Analytics.
Yes, thank you. Fuck, I couldn't remember from my life. We actually got 128 subs, give or take, in the last 30 days. Yeah, we had a huge explosion after Gen Con.
Yeah, 4 successes to hit. Alright, so I don't know if it's a hit.
You pulled your gun, right?
Yeah.
Which one's your hunger dice?
I'm just seeing that. Well,
The white one's your hunger
The white
dice?
ones?
yeah.
Because that's a... So this one goes, that the other one loses your turn. Alright, 3 successes. Bronwyn is going to attempt to dodge behind the van. Which I believe was...
Aha! I get advantage because she's grown. That's how it works, right?
I want my hobos to eat her like fucking...
What the fuck?
like that last scene from fucking Perfume, the Story of Murder.
Okay, yeah, but like they're homeless.
They're got a zombie or just...
Like, okay, they'll beat her ass. Like, oh, they'll eat her.
Alright, I got 4. How'd you do?
4 health.
Is it that
Alright,
bad?
so she
in
ducks
catering?
underneath the bullet as it tears off into the night. Zion.
I pull out my gun and I try to shoot her.
Alright, she's gonna...
No,
Against range.
my gun's gonna misfire.
Oh yeah, that's right. It jams. Thank you. Emmanuel is the ghoul, and he's knocked out, so I can cross him right off the fucking initiative.
Like, I am big, tough man.
Just defend the lady.
Bronwyn jumps in the van and starts it. Malort.
Shoot tire.
Could shoot the tires.
Or you can shoot her through the window. Hey, she didn't even close the damn thing.
Yeah, the side door is still wide open.
Full
I'm
of
into
homeless
that
people.
bitch.
Huh?
Homeless people.
So, has she started the car or is she starting it?
It's vroom. The engine has roared to life. That was her action for the turn.
This is gonna be a long shot, but can I drop down and try to... No, actually no, that wouldn't work. Never mind.
Go reverse prone.
Were you gonna try and riot flip the van?
What? No.
We can't. We have to record everything we fucking play now because there's just so many references to home games. Adam went reverse prone in a fight in Pathfinder. We're still trying to figure out what the fuck that means.
If you can find it out, comment below.
Yeah.
We'll send you a free CAFCON beer koozie.
No, we won't.
we don't have the budget for that.
Yeah, I guess I'll just... I'll try to shoot one of the front tires.
Okay.
That's fair.
I'll give you point blank on this, so give me 2 successes.
They're putting Halloween stuff already, right? And I still haven't found a goddamn box of Count Chocula.
You have a sick obsession with chocolate cereal. Anyway. Alright, I'm fine on hunger. 2 successes.
You need at least 2 to hit.
I got 2.
Okay. You take out our tire. Padre.
It is a...
I grabbed the nearest piece of sharp, dilapidated wood broken off of this place
Everywhere.
and run into the open car door. Is there access to the front from there?
Probably, yeah. What is your dexterity?
It is a 1.
1. I will say you can make it to the general area of the van in the fight, but not actually into the van. Next up is the hobos, who come charging out armed with shrapnel and righteous indignation, make it about as far as you do.
We need to eat the lady.
You're up.
You're gonna just rip the door off.
I could do that. Or
You came to the wrong neighborhood.
Flip the fucking car over.
there's homeless people. Yeah, okay.
You can you can rouse your blood to up your strength even more.
I think it maxes out at 5, at least for this playtest.
I can rouse it up to 5.
I think so, yes, but you have to roll the hunger check. Hunger check every time.
Oh, like my strength is already at 4. And then the disciplines only go up to 3. I'm already maxed at that. Can I, with potence 3 and strength 4?
Hold or pull up the van so the
Jessica Jones it.
rear wheels will just spin.
Can I do that?
Potence 3, strength 4.
Ninjas in the front, so
You absolutely can.
As far as the front.
So athletics, strength, athletics.
I feel it. Well, let's see. Which tire did you shoot out?
I'm gonna go with the front right.
Front right. Okay. That's going to make things a little bit easier for you because even if she's front wheel drive, she doesn't have a whole lot of traction. So let's call this.
Front wheel drive van.
Rear view or.
Give me 5 successes, and of course your potence is automatic. So you're really looking for 2.
Yeah, shit, yeah. Double.
Did you crit success?
All right. You don't lift it up. You grab it by the axle and rip her back 2 fucking tires off.
That was metal. Now beat her to death with it.
Stake her with the javelin.
All right. Private Lynch.
I guess what you guys see that?
1 round has completely ripped the tires off the back of the vehicle.
I'm gonna
I'm like, oh god.
Those homeless people are gonna see him like, I'm on PCP too.
I don't do drugs. Except the occasional Mary Jane.
Fucking hate it.
I'm gonna just like run up to like it's the front like the front driver's or the passenger seat rather, like the passenger seat, and then open the door and then just shoot her from there. Is that possible? Or
Yes. That is going to be multiple actions. So I tell you what, I'm gonna. As you're pulling it open and firing.
what if I say something cool like you came to the wrong neighborhood, bitch?
Oh my!
You said something cool.
Yeah, it has to be cool first.
I'll
I'll tell you what, you can do that, but I'm gonna negate your point blank bonus. So you need the 4 successes to hit.
Okay. Then use a hunger dice.
Yes.
Use That's
You're
Now
gonna
that the
use
homeless people
wits
are at the
firearm.
door, you come to me asking for help.
it'll be the clear.
Oh man, Adam, you could have said no Irish need apply. Is her name Nina?
Nope. I got one success only. Yeah.
Wait, that's 1. Because don't forget, these don't subtract anymore.
Yeah.
2. But no, so she ducks and you take out one of the windows.
Can I do a willpower?
You may.
Yeah.
You absolutely may.
Yeah.
As the bullet comes sailing back around.
He just stares at him by the power of his will.
I knew it. I knew you had mind powers.
I knew it the whole time. You got 2 more successes so far.
That's all you needed.
You hit. The damage of your gun is, let's see.
Ex-military.
It's called 9mm pistol, so 3. Sucks. Alright, luckily it's only superficial for her, so... Alright, Zion, you're up.
I'm gonna activate Protean 2.
Alright, you got your claws?
No hunger. And is it still gonna... What do I have to do to rouse my blood to add 2 more dots of strength?
Your... Same thing you just did.
No hunger.
1 more.
1 more? Okay. No hunger.
Okay, so you grow claws, that is your action. What a coinky dink. Bronwyn, realizing that her escape is effectively cut off, is also going to grow claws. And gets no hunger.
Oh, it's a duel.
Dual masks. That's your line. Malort is up.
Where's the money?
On the ground. It's basically, yeah, she was gonna... Actually, you know what? It's probably in the back of the van, because she had enough time to collect it and, you know, bullshit with you guys as she would keep her busy. So yeah, she probably threw it in the back.
Since I was... What side of the van was open? Was it on the right or left side?
Both open now.
Does it matter?
I guess not. It's because I was obviously on the right side if I shot the right tire.
That's probably. It was probably
So yeah, I'll say... So driver's side is here. I'll say this door is open and you shot this tire. So right side.
Can I reach in and grab the money?
Yes. You would have to actually enter the van and grab it, but you can absolutely do that.
Can I grab things obfuscated?
No, that's interacting.
Yeah, that would break your obfuscate.
Okay, but if I grab them then obfuscate.
How's her?
Maybe. I mean, you can. I see what you're trying to do. Let me check real fast because I too have the.
You don't want to just nibble on the cherries? Good.
Do it. Eat a cherry, Bob. Eat a cherry for the audience.
I actually had 2 beers earlier.
Eat a cherry for the audience.
And you drove over here, Bob. You're setting a bad example for our loyal viewers.
Dead Beach Brewery. Local brewery.
Their beers are pretty good.
Eat a cherry, Bob.
If they want to sponsor us.
Yeah.
Which no one local should.
You know what? Your clothes obfuscate, right? So I'm gonna say, yeah, you pick it up and you can wing the fuck out, and Bronwyn's not paying attention to you because she's got fucking crazy pants shooting at her. So yeah, roll your hunger die and you can grab the money and run.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, you are effectively invisible. Do you get the fuck out of the van?
Yeah.
Are you gonna whoop 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 out of here? Goldberg style?
And so my lord's out of this campaign now.
Padre, you have arrived at the van with your mob of angry homeless.
And they see someone ripping off a fucking axle and another person with claws.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Do they?
PCP.
PCP.
They're high as fuck.
As you see one just like pull a plank apart.
You see one of the homeless people grow claws?
He's like, where are you?
I'm going to
You're too old for this.
just tell them to beat her into submission or hold her down while I run up and fucking stab the bitch. She's a witch.
Okay.
Burn her.
So, consider the fact that you are actively fighting in basically the cab area of a van. They will do their best, but there's not a lot of room there. So if you go up,
I want a couple of them to go around and to
try to pull her out.
No, just to make sure she doesn't get out the front door. I know Crazy Pants is on the other door, and then I'm just gonna come in from behind her chair and just.
Okay, go ahead. If I understand what you're saying, you're gonna go through the van to attack her, and your hobos are gonna go around the other side.
Yeah, they're gonna make sure she stays in the van.
Okay, go ahead.
That is a strength roll.
That is going to be Dex. What are you attacking her with? The shrapnel?
Piece of wood.
That's going to be Dex melee.
Dex?
The bibble.
Oh, wow.
Use your big ass cross on your chest.
Do I get some sort of bullshittery for not having any melee?
No.
Okay. Then I'm going to... I'm going to get my dexterity up by trying not to be... Yeah.
Okay.
Boost that dex.
You're good. So your dexterity...
How many times can I do this?
I think by right it's supposed to be 1, but I just let him do it twice. So
Twice.
fuck it, I don't care. That is... That 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you got a hunger die.
Alright, cool. So... Oh, I get 1 hunger die.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to roll these 3 right here.
Alright, she's going to attempt to counterattack with her claws.
That probably is going to succeed.
Not as well as you'd think. She's going to spend a willpower.
So am I.
Man, you guys are spending willpower willy-nilly.
Willy-nilly!
I mean, we can get it back by playing Virtue and Vice, I guess.
That's true.
How'd you do?
Critical success. Critical success.
Did you really crit succeed?
I'm not sure.
Did you get 2 10s?
I know, I got 1 10. A 6, a 9, and a 10. So
Is it a
3
10 on a
successes.
hunger die?
No.
Alright, 3 successes. I got 4. So that means Bronwyn wins the exchange. Vampire claws are... Vampire talons use the vampire strength as their damage value. So you are going to take 4 aggravated damage.
Oh, shit.
So that's X's.
Oh, that's dirty.
The hobos circle around, open the door. 1 round.
You're gonna Superman this and use the axle you pulled off to wrap it around her?
No! I'm gonna Iron Man this. Wrap it around yourself?
Just wrap it around the fist. I am the Iron Fist.
I'm gonna jump up and punch through the van into her face.
PCP's a hell of a drug.
Okay.
I'm gonna activate all of my potencies.
So you penetrate armor, which I was going to rule the van as. Okay.
And I got a hunger die for that.
Okay.
That's fine.
Oh, you could messy crit.
Now, I think the only potency you need to activate is Potence 2, right? You had the other 3 up already?
Yeah.
Okay, so just 1, so yeah. Alright. You leap up. I won't even make you roll for the leap. And, you know what? She doesn't know it's coming. So just for shits, I will give you another 2 dice.
3, 4. How could you have ever seen that coming?
7.
The whole man rocks and
8 successes.
8 successes that she doesn't know about.
How could you ever expect that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Even the vampire's going I will never come back to Gary, Indiana again.
Bronwyn takes 2 ag, and now has to roll on the critical injury chart. And almost fucking...
Eats it.
No, I almost maxed it out. You almost... If you got 1 more success, you would have completely beat her into torpor immediately. Crippled, limb lost or mangled beyond use.
Well, wait. I mean, I got 8 successes with my dice. Potence was made 11.
You beat Bronwyn into immediate torpor. Yes! This character's awesome!
Thanks, White Wolf, for not making a shitty pretense.
So as you're having this life or death struggle, these claws rake across your face and across your chest, burning with agonizing flames like the morning sun. And all of a sudden, the man jostles, and this fist comes down into her face, and she's just...
Does the Family Guy fucking fall pose?
I'm one punch girl.
Saitama-chan.
You just like, Ronda Rousey ain't got shit on this.
And now everyone got what they wanted. You saved veterans, stopped the Camarilla from coming in. You guys got your brother. I got my money, and he got to talk to hobos.
Oh, we're not done. Like, if Modi is new, he's
He has no power?
he's got no power.
He probably had no idea, honestly.
I don't know that.
Fair enough.
And besides, who doesn't want to punch him?
Is there a picture of him?
Who?
Does he have a punchable face, Modius?
There is an old picture from first edition. It's fairly punchable.
Oh man, you know what would have been funny if we ran to the train guy.
The what now?
The train guy.
Oh, Drummond?
Yeah.
Drummond canonically died in Under Blood Red Moon.
Damn it.
Damn this thing. Get on my train.
Speaking of canonical deaths in Under Blood Red Moon, we'll get to that later. So, yeah. What happens now?
We did it good.
I mean, arguably, I'd like to take her out and train her, but there's homeless people around.
I mean, she's torpid and she had like Humanity 4, so she's going to be out for a while. You can probably just end her ass.
I'm hungry. I'm gonna feed on her.
Are we gonna do this as siblings?
There's a lot of hobos.
You just do this like macabre fucking Lady and the Tramp, but with a person.
Also, siblings.
I tell my congregation to go back in. Children, you have helped in ways you...
Like, dude, I'm at hunger 4 right now. Like,
I have giant gashes across my face.
You get up and
That aren't...
you can go feed on the homeless people.
I was gonna say that there's the ghoul that got knocked out.
There's also him.
That's true. Okay, yeah. Children, go inside the church. You have done well tonight. I will bring you food.
They didn't do a damn thing.
I mean, they were there.
They were there to scare the shit out of her.
They're eating her.
That's number 2 reason why I pieced out.
Like, oh man, these guys eat vampires. What the fuck?
This Gary Indiana's fucked up.
They're like, PCP.
So yeah.
I will feed upon the... for some reason, I have odd job in my head.
I feed upon the midget.
Like he was
Whoa. They don't like to be called that anymore.
Okay, yeah, you can feed upon the ghoul. Actually, no, we did. He was knocked out.
Yeah, he's...
All right, you can. Do you want to drain him completely?
Hell to yes.
Because you don't need to get rid of 1 hunger.
What about my aggravated damage?
You need time to heal
yeah,
that.
that's not something you can fix right now.
Oh, well then, yeah.
But we don't want him tattling.
This is true.
And your humanity's untouchable.
Well, no, I'm just saying because both of you cannot diablerize Bronwyn. You can only drain her.
If he's gonna just sink on her right away after just punching a hole and pulling her up.
Okay.
I'm gonna check on her brother.
Your brother?
Yes, our brother.
He looks completely addled. Like, he's just totally out of it. The worst kind of dementia you've ever seen. Doesn't register anything. You do one of these in front of his face and he's just gone, just babbling unintelligibly, rocking back and forth. You can't make out what he's saying. It doesn't even sound like English. He's just rocking back and forth, completely mentally gone.
So it said there's something special about the blood, right?
Do I get an Irish accent?
Oh, for diablerizing Bronwyn?
Do I have a hankering for potatoes?
I think diablerizing a vampire is a little different than normal drinking.
Okay.
That is beyond the scope of this adventure, but you can have one of her disciplines if you want.
You can take Protean too now.
Or protein as well.
So, the rain finally stops and dawn fast approaches. You have a big decision to make. Clearly, this vessel is in high demand across the city. Both Juggler and Modius will pay a high price for him, though Modius has already exchanged his cast via you. What do your characters actively do? I assume Malort takes the money and runs and flees with her family. Where?
Not Chicago.
But it's so nice there.
Florida.
Okay, they had a werewolf problem. That's over now.
The Florida for hurricane season?
What are the surrounding cities?
I GPS it, dude. I don't know off the top of my head.
You gonna go to Indianapolis?
Yeah, Indy's not too far.
Is that an anarch state?
It has never been canonically declared. I think it might be Cam.
I'll head to the nearest anarch state.
Okay. So
This was supposed to be released during Gen Con, right?
Yes.
Is Gen Con actively happening when he gets there?
Why not? Let's fucking do it.
Do you sneak into the vampire LARP?
I will take Zion to the side and have a conversation with him.
So,
The Lord has blessed me with a vessel to which exact justice upon those that really wouldn't be savory people, such as Modius.
What are you trying to say, Padre?
I have a man who seeks Modius and wishes to end his life. We could definitely fill the void with your power, your abilities, and none of the blame would fall upon you.
That's exactly what I want.
as I'm just kind of like...
You say the word, set up the meeting, and I'll have my man meet him there.
I will agree to that.
So, Zion, what's the plan?
Can I look through Bronwyn's phone?
Yes, you can.
What do I see? Like, what's she been saying to Modius? Does it specifically say what the guy's supposed to look like? Because if not, I'm taking one of these random homeless men.
It's in Celtic runes.
Actually, the first thing you see when you open her phone does appear to be some weird kind of like runic translation cipher. Like maybe that's what she was looking at like right before you guys showed up. In the discussions with Modius, no, it does not specify what he's supposed to look like.
Cool. I'm going to recommend we hang on to our brother, use one of these people as a decoy so we don't have to put him in harm's way. And then we dispose of Modius with the meeting.
I'm fine with that. My humanity will not take a hit.
All right.
Are you okay with me?
Come, homeless man. No.
Homeless man. I wish no harm to come to my child.
No, but assuming it happens before anything can happen to him, we need a body to fill the space.
The ends may justify the means of redemption.
I'm sure you can find some justification in Book of Revelation or the Old Testament.
Definitely. Where shall we be meeting?
Where did Modius want me to take him?
You would have to contact him.
I'm going to contact Modius.
Make sure Modius is there.
All right.
You didn't really give me a means of contacting him.
That's a good point. Checking.
I have to go back and get the burner phone.
God damn, I gotta find it.
Son of a bitch. No.
You could text from her phone, let him know the deal's done.
But then that would raise suspicions.
Why?
Why would I be texting him from her phone?
Oh,
I'm saying
As her.
let him know the deal is done so that he knows to contact
Just text him, it's done. It's done.
Never mind, problem solved. How did that conversation go with her demons? Just to set the scene, viewers. No.
It was like, I think it was like we need some assistance or something like that. Address, it's been taken care of. With no replies.
Yes, we were playing Demon the Fallen, and if you don't know, demons can communicate telepathically to one another. And so we were only sending messages when we had to send pertinent information. Everything else happened in our heads.
All right, so yes, your phone rings again.
I pick up.
You have made the deal, I trust. You have my special resource and can bring it to me.
Absolutely, I can bring it to you right now, Mr. Modius.
I will give you my address. You can drop it outside the gate, and one of my servants will bring it in for me. There's no need for you to enter the grounds.
Oh, but I insist.
Hey, how do you know my name is Modius?
Who told you my name?
I have it on
You want my
speakerphone. I want
books?
to pick it up.
Okay.
But are you absolutely sure? I took it this far, Mr. Modius. I really want to talk to you about those favors.
Of course, you will get what's coming to you. I, of course, need time to appraise my purchase, that is all.
How are we going to do this, boss?
What if we send my dude?
Your dude? Alright, yeah, we can do that.
He doesn't know what he wants.
Yeah, alright, cool.
Are you going to contact Mr. Sullivan, Dane?
Alright, tell Modius we'll be there as soon as we get there. It's rainy, so we really have to drive slowly.
And the rain just let up.
Oh.
It's still slick.
Fine.
Um,
See that you do, click.
I directly call Mr. D.
Yeah?
We have a meeting with him.
Oh yeah? You can get me inside?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely I can get you inside.
Alright, where are we meeting?
Are you worried about if he poses a challenge to you?
You know that, remember I told you there was something special that you knew and I didn't want to reveal it because it would spill the beans to my lord? Mm-hmm. You are personally aware that Mr. Sullivan Dane possesses true faith. And that drinking his blood would be like battery acid to Modius.
And he just looked at him like, yeah, you like sucking me, don't you?
Meet us a block away from this address.
I'm on my way. Alright, so you guys head to a block away from this fortified fucking mansion that looks dilapidated and shitty as the rest of the city.
In the bolt.
Yeah.
I'm assuming my music consists of classical remixes done in Nightcore.
Oh my god.
Oh.
You're a disgusting creature.
Eventually, a thin man with a sharp jaw and hooded eyes, old before his time, sneers, but nods at the coterie. I'm Dane. While I have quarrel with your kind, my battle is not with you demons this night. I seek proximity to Modius. I believe you have the best way of getting me there, up close, to rid Gary of this blight forever.
Sounds fine by me, boss. Let's get you in.
He's actually expecting something of a package.
Oh, do tell.
He's expecting a person. He's attempting to purchase human beings.
And you're gonna tell him that I'm this person?
That's the idea. You walk right in.
You get me in and I'll take care of the rest.
Absolutely. So, how do we get him in? We
Just drop them off and they take them in.
He goes in, we just see an explosion, we're like...
That's what the...
Just an angel comes down from between the clouds and just slices open the top of the mansion.
True faith?
God, I don't know, he was a Final Fantasy character. Shit.
One winged angel starts playing.
I would imagine I'll just tell you to walk him over to the front.
I'll do that.
Alright.
Well, you can tie him up and leave him there, but loosely. Armed.
I'll tell them that the way the people were acting, I'll tell them they were drugged out, almost catatonic, to act like that as we're putting them up there.
Did you by any chance search any of other Bronwyn's belongings?
Yeah, I was gonna go through all her shit.
Okay, if you're going through all her shit, now that's a different story. You do find this little black book on her person that seems to be written in code, some sort of runes, the cipher to which you found on her phone.
Ah, okay.
So, Written in the book are just these lists and lists like a catalog. And it reads, such as, these are just examples, heterosexual white male, never voted Democrat, owns a gun personally, not through employment, prone to anger, married at least once, equals, boost one's confidence to the point of stupidity, and boosts attractiveness to a select audience, but likewise increases fragility of ego, requires more research, or discarding from the pool. Drug user, currently high on 2 of the 3, PCP, heroin, vodka, no other alcohol seems to trigger effect. Equals, allows drinker to listen on new wavelengths for a time, but leads to crushing hunger following. No impact on sight, though tests are still ongoing. Note, secondary vessel required to accompany. Individual classed by society as homeless for at least a decade. Equals, seems to naturally increase the drinker's stealth, but increases likelihood of being ignored when undesired, or spat on in polite company. Blue bloods act with revulsion against those who drink this blood. Third child, runaway, domineering brother, abusive father, possesses artistic talents. Appears to nullify Second Inquisition detection. Theory, channeling of Zilla, vis-a-vis relationship with Enoch, brother, and Cain, father, ? Must drink enough to make the vessel pass out. Individual with... Huh?
I'm assuming that sounds like our brother, right?
Yeah.
Yo, what?
I tell him this as we're driving over there. I'm going to make him drive so I can read through the book.
All right.
I have 1 die.
Of what? Drive? Oh, you're fine.
You actually need 4.
I can drive with my peg leg.
I can't tell how much pressure I'm putting. So I have to be like, what?
Now we know what they're using the people for.
What kind of experiments are these?
It seems like they're drinking people and getting effects from drinking certain people's bloods.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently our brother allows them to escape Second Inquisition detection. Whatever that... Do I know what that is? Have I been told that considering I'm Modius's lapdog?
Maybe? I don't know. With 20 vampires, I don't know how big the Second Inquisition is right now. Let's go with intelligence streetwise.
Oh, right.
Well, 20
I can do that all
vampires,
day.
can you really afford to not tell
Call
us
this a
that?
diff 5.
That was a 7. 1, 2, 3. Up. I have a crit success.
Crit
I
success.
have 3 10s.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Whether through the grapevine or through somebody or just rumors, some one of those little prized nuggets of information, you know all about the Second Inquisition, that they are vampire hunters and that they are using very high-tech means to track people down. And so, yeah, apparently the blood of your brother makes you just completely appear like a normal human to the Second Inquisition.
Interesting. Nope. Driving into Modius's palace.
Okay.
Oh, man.
And you drop off Dane.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We will fade to black there. I assume if you get Sullivan Dane in the property, that means Modius dies. Now, before we wrap up...
Oh, man, we're done?
Not quite.
Oh.
There is an epilogue, and I think you guys will take personal enjoyment in this, especially considering, as we said earlier,
Fuck movies.
our,
That we hate the Camarilla.
no, our fucking 3-year-long, pass this to Tom, please, our 3-year-long home game that takes place in Chicago. I have taken the liberty of selecting for you all roles that I think you will be best suited to for one reason or another. Chicago's Primogen Council enters stage right, stepping onto the exclusive second-floor viewing platform to overlook the dancing kindred in kind, gyrating and grinding on the Succubus Club dance floor. They take their positions, Critias sitting next to Rosa with a bottle and 2 glasses between them. Khalid leaning on the balustrade wearing the face of another. Annabelle and Capone laughing together as they exit the curtained-off back rooms. A gentleman who, if I'm remembering his art from Chicago by Night 2nd edition properly, which I have but underneath me, is actually wearing a dashiki, whom you would know as Marcel, and a member of the followers of Set, steps at last and clasps his hands. As tradition dictates, I will stand in place of our friend Nikolai while the Warlock's Viennese issues demand his attention. Let us discuss the Gary situation. So, your characters know exactly as much or as little as you would like them to about the situation. But before we get into this, let's have you guys introduce the characters that you'll be taking on again.
I'll go first. I am Rosa Fernandez, also known as Rose. I am the Primogen I'm the Gangrel Primogen. And I hate the Sabbat, I hate Lupines, I hate the Second Inquisition, I even hate Anarchs. And ironically, I think the Camarilla is the only safe haven for vampires, because it's the only thing that allows us to protect us from those very things that I hate. And a lot of Gangrel apparently think I'm a sellout.
I am Capone, who apparently escaped Corvus's haven when you guys blew up the fucking front door.
You didn't have Capone staked. You had Lodin and Drummond.
Okay.
Who had deauthorized. I'm sorry.
When the new prince took his position, he insisted a member of his own clan took place on the Primogen Council. To keep his actions in check, Chicago's ventures set to attacking each other both openly and subtly, in a shadow war lasting almost 10 years. The last man standing as the smoke cleared was Capone. Rumor has it he was holding a Tommy gun and a smoking cigar. But Capone squashes those rumors with a violent fury whenever he hears them. If there's anything Capone hates, it's being a parody of himself. He's Al Capone, but he's not every movie depicted about Al Capone. As a mortal crime lord, Capone was very wildly successful. As a vampire businessman, Capone is as ruthless and savvy as a venture should be. Whether in a boardroom or kneecapping ghouls and anarchs who step out of line, Capone has a lot to prove and has resolved to be loyal to the prince until the end. Though his connections to organized crime are now outdated, his pockets are deep, his own gang is sizable, and he will set guns to anyone looking to oppose Clan Ventru.
I am Annabelle Triabelle.
Bill!
You guys know the rest. See,
We know the rest, they don't know.
yeah.
Speak to the audience, Adam. Also, I do not know Bell Bell.
It's a lot of.
You don't have to read the whole thing, just paraphrase.
Summarize it, homie.
That's
That's what you took English for in high school.
I never passed English. I didn't pass English, really.
Regrettably, Adam only passed Ancient Enochian.
He didn't get that far. He's like, I'm going to start at the beginning.
Yeah.
The beginning of known language.
Basically, I have a resentment toward everybody else, toward the everybody else in the thing, because they wouldn't invite me to parties anymore. Is what I was assuming, something like that. Yeah.
You've experienced Annabelle on your own. If you want to infer your own version of her from our home game, I support it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I gave you Bell Bell because I thought you would make the wackiest Bell Bell, and it would be the funniest.
So you don't like anyone else in the Primogen?
No.
Wow. Yeah.
Because you're all resentment toward her peers for holding her back. Yeah.
Holding her back? You party every goddamn night.
I know. Well, not anymore because you guys won't let me see.
Oh man, are we gonna see a return of Josh's weeb?
My weeb vampire.
The Black Snow Prince.
You're the Toreador, right?
Yeah, the Toreador, not Primogen, but yeah.
Yeah, you're the Primogen.
The heart and soul of Chicago's kindred, and I have ash blonde hair, sky blue eyes, always wears the latest fashion.
You like long walks on the beach, alright, we get it.
Oh, I actually didn't know this when I assigned you the character. You used to be a Parisian prostitute, or you were embraced by a Parisian prostitute. I don't quite remember.
Always the prostitute.
God damn it, Dad.
Come on.
Even the characters I can't choose is entertaining.
This is fate, Adam. I'm sorry.
Alright, X, go on.
I am currently Khalid al-Rashid. So, that's who I'm pretending to be currently. Actually, Khalid left a little while ago, but I think my character, Cedric Calhoun, is trying to live up to Khalid's reputation.
Calhoun.
He's trying to be the just and fair guy, but it's kind of hard when the Camarilla is just like squeezing everybody by the nuts. But yeah, I'm Khalid right now.
Good Sir Tom.
Who are you?
And I will be playing the part of Critias, one of the oldest vampires in America, an Athenian Greek philosopher from the years of 400 BCE, a proud Bruja, and a fierce debater.
Perhaps a master?
Did you say he's a master debater?
And a cunning linguist.
We have fun here.
I guess one more thing I can say about my character. So according to this.
Go ahead.
Sorry, yeah, I was gonna
Interrupt
Tom.
me.
Yeah. Sorry, Tom. I just read this. According to this, I secretly embrace Modius. And,
You secretly embrace?
Yeah.
This is your fault?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
That is true.
Yeah.
Annabelle was the sire of Modius. This whole time.
I motion to stake Bell.
She was just lashing out. They didn't let her party no more.
So I'm gonna go embrace a shitty person.
Continue,
No,
Tom.
she's gonna go get rip roaring fucked up on heroin. All that PCP and cocaine. She just randomly embrace someone in the crazy.
So don't finish, Critias.
Deeply value personal freedom despite knowing the need for the Masquerade, and struggles to keep on top of the simmering rage and drive to violence that my blood the Bruja have been known to partake of.
All right. So, Marcel begins. I take it you are all aware of the activities happening in Gary, the death of Prince Modius, and apparently also the final death of one of the members of the circulatory system, one of the, shall we say, blood traffickers that some of the more well-to-do Ventru have been known to rely on in the city.
Yeah. Yes, I've heard about this through my network. Such a strange thing that happened.
I, Khalid's network.
I, for I am Khalid, and I know many things as I am Nosferatu.
Cedric Calhoun actually is a Nosferatu.
Yeah.
He's in the book. He's actually one of the most grotesque Nosferatu I've ever seen. You want to see him?
Sure.
Let's roll the channel for the viewers.
Make sure you.
You can continue role-playing on
You like mosaic it as you like hold it up.
It's like, oh Lord!
So is this shit gonna be cutting into our bottom line?
Yes, what does this have to do with us actual Camarilla?
Well, I think I've heard that some of the coterie members have actually fled Gary. We should be very cautionary about accepting any kindred from Gary.
All 20 of them?
Yes. The handful of them.
Also, perhaps we should be more careful about the anarchs we have in our own domain lest they get ideas and attempt to go after the Camarilla here.
The Camarilla failed in Gary because its prince was weak. Surely our prince!
Camera failed in Gary because the prince was installed with no power.
This is also true.
Hey, we are not looking at the big picture here. This is Annabelle's fault.
You might not know that, actually.
It's a dark secret, yeah.
It's a dark secret.
Yeah.
Let's take that back.
Yeah, that's it.
Christ.
You've just got like a fucking anglerfish for a mouth.
Then I will say, well, who the fuck put that jerk off in power?
Probably put himself in power, I don't know.
Who under the Camarilla?
You would know that Modius has reigned for actually quite a while, and when Gary was successful, it was a good thing. But it just consistently went downhill since the '60s. Also, you have occasionally played Modius against Lodin.
Where is this in the timeline?
Modern day.
No, I mean
After Gehenna, after quote-unquote Gehenna.
before Blood Red Moon.
So it's well after Blood Red Moon. Blood Red Moon canonically takes place in like 1992, 1993. This is 2017. Gehenna? Since I don't know too much about the plot line, I can tell you that as far as the Sabbat is concerned, Gehenna is happening right now. The canonical Gehenna from the source book Gehenna has not happened yet. Okay. And is still up in the air as to whether or not it will. Zapathasura has risen. I think there might have been another antediluvian that got up and walked around. The Week of Nightmares happened. All that good shit. But actual Gehenna has not occurred.
So super apocalypse is yet to happen.
That's my least favorite apocalypse.
I'm partial to Ragnarok.
First things first, we gotta secure our assets down there. Perhaps we need to send someone. Straighten some shit out.
I think everything's already lost.
If we send someone, it's gonna add more tinder to the fire.
What if the coterie does end up coming to Chicago? Do we accept them as prized pups, or try and bar them away and let them have their run of Gary?
I feel that what happened in Gary was inevitable. And we should see how this coterie is to behave once they get here. If they mean to start trouble, then we can turn them away. But if they only sought an escape, I see no reason to turn them away.
Yes, and what will they do in Gary? It's vultures tearing at nothing but bones already.
Exactly, all the more reason to come here and threaten our domain.
Yes, but let them think they have their own little kingdom and let them stay in that festering cesspool of a city.
And if they do come and it's too late?
Turn them away at the gate.
Invite them to Illinois.
You turn them away.
What are the
They
justice
come
cards
back
for?
in greater numbers and angrier.
Keep a close eye on them.
Do not forget that though this might be a bastion of the Camarilla, we do have the unsavory element here, as I'm sure you're aware, Mr. Capone. If they come, they might begin to rile up the own anarchs that we are just barely keeping under control for all our best efforts.
No.
Look at what happened when Lodin died. Mel Davis nearly seized the throne herself.
Who's the prince right now?
It was regrettable when Lodin was taken away by the werewolves, yes?
Yes. Dreadful.
I don't think you actually like Lodin. Well, you're Cedric Calhoun, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You didn't like Lodin for reasons you don't know. Lodin was actually your sire. You probably didn't like him either. Lodin was on the shit stick for a while.
We should be so lucky that werewolves took him away.
It is all unkind.
They
Lodin was a tyrant.
This is true.
Hey now. Now, I know we all had our thing. Lodin not being the best prince of our city, but
This new one is so great.
I think you have a vested interest.
I have been able to deduce who the new prince is. Assuming this is canon, there's some problems with that, but we'll talk about that after. Continue.
one more time.
I think you have a vested interest with Lodin.
Vested interest? How do you have a vested interest in something that's gone?
We all know he was your sire.
It's okay to miss your father.
I miss him so much. I'll break every knee in this fucking town. If only it would bring him back.
I'm sure you can ask Giovanni. You know those, right?
Well, the reason things were able to get so out of control in Gary, Indiana, was because there was no form of government to protect them from the things that happened.
That is true. Gary didn't even have its own Primogen Council.
That's terrible.
That's what I'm saying. We need to establish order.
Order's already here.
Here and everywhere we go.
But how do we maintain order in Chicago?
If the Anarchs start hearing shit about people overthrowing whatever's happened down in Gary, what the fuck ideas you think they're gonna start getting up here?
What if we instill a...
Almost like a puppet Primogen. We invite those coteries or anarchs from around into a Primogen position, or at least a high-ranking position. Yet we still continue to play the powers from behind the scenes. This will keep them happy while keeping order in line.
Yes, perhaps give them a taste of what they're missing out. Perhaps send a few werewolves their way. Let them know what a good government can do for them.
Seems like a good business deal to me.
This has been a fruitful discussion, but let us not forget that the new prince takes interest in these kinds of anarch pacts. For all our wishes, we may have to stand back if he decides to purge Gary. Of course, he may welcome its errant coterie with open arms. I hear tell he's been seeking to build an army of attack hounds, and I do not wish to be on the wrong side of the prince when that happens. Scene!
Bum, bum, bum. Who's the prince, Chess?
Okay,
The owner of the Successor Club.
Yeah.
well, okay, I'll get to that. Well, he lived in our version, so I'm going to say first and foremost that since the book does say the storyteller is welcome to put in whatever other inserts he thinks, Brennan Thornhill for Prince 2017. But
I get it, boys.
And he owes us.
I mean, it was kind of like give and take after like
Oh, okay.
the Succubus Club was attacked, and then it was attacked, and then it was attacked,
And then he was like, I better be fucking prince for all of this.
and we're just like, yeah, we can make that work. there's no one else we actually want as prince.
So, gather around, children. Tom, I will actually put the image of this on screen. So if you'd like to get closer, you can see. Here's the contenders to the throne. Now, thanks to Capone's backstory, we know that the prince is Ventru and Camarilla, so that knocks out everybody who's not Ventru and Camarilla. Ballard was shamed into public obscurity because he was blackmailed to go to porno theaters wearing nothing but wingtips and a fucking trench coat, so he's out.
Well, that's
Also-
classy.
Also, it says that Capone was loyal to the prince, and he would not. And vampires don't just ignore their fucking prejudices, so that knocks out both Ballard and Kevin Jackson. Capone himself is obviously not prince, so that brings us down to two: Jacob Shumter and Peterson. Jacob Shumter is functionally useless in his own right and only got to the point where Lodin thought he was powerful enough to embrace him through favors. So he's out. Joseph Peterson was Lodin's Masquerade guy. It also says in the book that he would threaten to permanently breach the Masquerade if he was not offered prince. So there you go. After 20 years of wondering and running your own fucking chronicles, the Prince of Chicago in 2017 is Joseph Peterson, but he can go fuck himself. It's Brennan Thornhill.
Capcom canon. The only canon that matters.
To Capcom.
It also fires a little lopsided. It's a little cracked.